In the city of Los Angeles, should what's fair for one be fair for all? Apparently not when it comes to billboards. Now, when you're driving, you see some huge electronic billboards and super graphics, which are pictures stretched across the sides of buildings. Some companies are allowed to do it, like AEG and Clear Channel, and some aren't due to the city's 2002 ban on new billboards. SkyTag of Beverly Hills told the U.S. Ninth Circuit District Court of Appeals that banning them from putting up giant billboards violates their First Amendment rights to free speech. Here's your reality. AEG donated nearly $1.2 million to city candidates and ballot campaigns. Clear Channel spent $425,000 for Rocky Delgadillo, who then crafted language that allowed them to convert to digital billboards. So there are two questions here. Are digital billboards a menace that should not be allowed? And if so, should everybody play by the same rules, Ron?
Well, first of all, the digital billboards are an eyesore in most areas of the city. I mean, they're completely offensive. They're dangerous at night. They're distracting. The glow from LA Live contaminates miles and miles around of the sky around LA Live. Go to Pico Union and see the glow. You can never see the sky. Those are just some of the problems. The real problem is a city government that's arbitrary in everything that it does. There is no rule of law in Los Angeles. It's all for sale, whether it's planning, whether you name it. The city is arbitrary, capricious. It sells out to people like AEG and Tim Lewicki. The city attorney, Trutanich, came down and sent his people down there with a tough law that was balanced, that had court sanctions, that was completely fair and fair to everybody. And the council went right ahead and gave AEG 19 billboards, a third of them digital, to be able to make hundreds of millions of dollars. That's a pretty good return for the cheap amount of money AEG's thrown into the political system.
Yeah, but
it's a corrupt political system, and that's the problem.
Right, but if the city council allowed it for AEG, Deb, should they allow it for everybody else?
Absolutely, but the real bottom line is I'm going to second Ron's motion and say that they are as vulgar as they can possibly be, meaning all these billboards. They're beyond an eyesore. They're beyond distracting. And quite frankly, I think that the local politicians are nothing more than painted whores who should walk under their billboards and continue to sell themselves like they do.
Well, that pretty much sums that up. Okay. Now, we've not heard a lot about Tiger Woods lately because no new contestants have emerged in the I Spent Time with Tiger sweepstakes. But this emerged today. Take a look. It's the cover of this month's Vanity Fair. The pictorial was pre-scandal, and the article was written by Annie Leibovitz without his consent. So the question is, as we gander at Tiger there, what do you think 2010 holds in store for Tiger Woods, Deborah?
Who cares? I think I don't want to read the article. I'm not interested, even though Annie Leibovitz is fantastic. I think that it is no more than something that should be considered a billboard up on, Santa Monica Boulevard or on Sunset Boulevard, as far as I'm concerned. We know it's after the fact, but that means that Vanity Fair, unfortunately, becomes just like everyone else, a commercial dealer who peddles their wares for publicity. I'm disappointed in Vanity Fair.
Ron?
Oh, come on. I mean, Tiger Woods was as close to a squeaky clean icon in America ever had. It would have been a much tougher looking picture if they'd gotten him after his wife put the golf club to his head.
Mm-hmm. Or having the view of him finding out that one of his lovers may be carrying his child. Let's turn this into a soap opera.
I mean, the guy is a disgrace. He's shamed himself. He's hidden who he is. And the picture, I got to tell you, it captures something that we didn't know about this guy. The very fact that Annie could get close enough to get this picture of him looking like a dangerous street thug. I mean, Tiger Woods it's hard to see how he ever comes back unless he's willing to play it out that he's some mean, wild, tough guy. And I can't see him having the courage of being the Tiger we've come to see in the last few weeks.
All right. Ron and Deborah, nice way to start the new year. Well done. We'll talk to you next week.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay.